Hi, everybody. This is Spirit Medium Laura. In about 5 minutes, I'm going to be calling a psychic sampler customer, if you want to call her that. I will be using a pseudonym for her or a fake name for her to provide privacy. The psychic sampler is 15 minutes for $15. It is a limited time offer, and I've been seeing a lot of interest in it. So I'm very glad to do it. There'll be another one today, later in the day as well, like in the evening. So, yeah, I just want to look at what she wants today. Let's see what she's got here. Let's see the booking information, so that you have a little background because, as you know, these are not private. She wants to know about her marriage, if she'll ever find her soulmate, if it's ending, her current marriage, will she be moving? And she says, hopefully, this is not too much to ask, and understands if we can't answer all of that during her session because it is a 15-minute sampler. But I'm always happy to do the best I can with what we've got. The lighting is a little different today because I'm in a different room in my home. I'm in the back room and I have a lot of light coming in from the golf course that I live on in sunny Florida. And notice I'm not wearing sleeves or anything because that's 75, 80 days. Beautiful, beautiful day. So I am Spirit Medium Laura. And basically, I am a medium, and even readings on you, your day-to-day life, will have a more healing slant to it than just basically fortune telling. Insight about you, your soul's development will come through. In mediumship, I work with connections to the other side. If you go to my website, www.spiritmediumlaura.com, you can review videos of me doing my work. You can book a session, private session as well. You can also read testimonials of people working with me. And last but not least, you can get the psychic sampler, which is, let me see if I could get this right. I'm trying to do it backwards. 15 minutes for $15. And you just go to my website, spiritmediumlaura.com. That's spiritmediumlaura.com. Sorry for the reflection of the glass. So everything is at, just to say it one more time, spiritmediumlaura.com. So I'm going to go ahead and dial a number. Again, I'm using the name Karen to protect her privacy, which is something that you can do as well. I will, if I don't set up a name for you, I will just use your initials so that we don't have any breach of privacy. It's a little bit, shall we say, it's like a reality thing here. We're talking about you and your life and your privacy. Let's go off and see. I'm calling her a bit early.
Hello.
Hey, Karen.
How are you?
Good, honey. So we're ready to do your session, and you are live on Facebook with me. Thanks for. Yeah, nobody knows who you are, but your voice will be heard, so not to worry.
Okay.
What we're going to do is I'm going to give you 10 minutes to begin with, and then we'll finish up in the last 5 minutes because this is a strict 15-minute session. And we will work today through questions. In other words, I'm not going to do what I normally do in a session, which, by the way, everybody listening, I usually just do a channeling to start, particularly in the longer sessions, so that all the answers really come out before the questions. But in this kind of a session, it's better if we just let you ask your questions after I make a connection. We're not connected yet. We're going to be making a psychic connection with you and with the higher ups. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So are you in a comfy location?
I am.
All right, good. So just sit back, uncross your arms and legs, and start to breathe, Karen, from your abdomen, allowing yourself to feel very relaxed and releasing any tension that you have. Focusing in today as you continue to breathe on your obstacles, on the obstacles and what you need from Spirit today. While you do that, focus on your questions. Focus on your questions. I'm going to go off and do the prayer. I'll be back in a second.
Okay.
And now on your next exhale of breath, please release into your space your energy, and I will connect us. One moment, please. You probably have a grandma. I know you're pretty young, but you either have a grandmother or mother in spirit. Is that correct, love?
Yes.
And she's wanting to send you a lot of nurturing, whoever it is, a lot of nurturing and love. So that, means that part of your answer hinges on you feeling nurturing and love. I also picked up as we were connecting that, and I think we've already discussed this, but it's an issue for your answer, and that is that you would have children. Is that correct, please?
Yes.
Yeah. And it's not just one, there's more than one, and it's kind of hard for you to, you're thinking that's one of the major things we're probably going to get into today. So go ahead and ask your first question.
I just want to know if my marriage is definitely ending.
Definitely ending. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And give me the initials of the other person. You can make up initials. Spirit will make the connection for me.
NJR.
Yes, it is pretty much finalizing now. And they're giving me such a clear answer that it makes me wonder why you even asked the question, because no doubt about it. And I'll give you some details, honey, so that you can validate.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, one thing is that you don't feel a lot of connection with him. It's as if he doesn't really see you or get you. And you don't feel a connection with him. Would you understand, please? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, the second thing is that you're a very spiritual person and you don't see that in him. Is that correct, please? Yes or no?
Yes.
And you have conversations with the higher ups. You want to call that prayer or whatever. You do a lot of prayer. They're also saying that your self-esteem is not very good right now, and that he only increases that because for some reason or other he's making you feel, or he's trying to make you feel, less than, like not important to him, and really not important to anyone, which is, it's wreaking havoc on your self-esteem. Do you understand what I mean by that, please?
Yes.
Okay, and that's why you really need to look forward and not backwards. He and GR, your husband, he can't help himself to do this. He needs to be the boss. He needs to be the king. He needs to put himself above other people to feel good about himself. And so you're the victim of that. That would be called an abuse cycle. And it's emotional abuse. Would you understand, please?
Yes.
Okay. And so this is why the answer is so definitely yes. Is I know that you have other people, your children, involved in this, but he's also probably, well, there's a couple of messages come through. One is he's very critical about you, or your housekeeping, how you take care of the house. He's also saying that if you ever tried to leave him, it would be very bad for the children. He might even be threatening you about being able to have them versus you. And he's also saying that you never really wanted them, and you really are not a good mother. All this other stuff is coming through, and it's just wreaking havoc on you. And I have to say, from a psychic perspective, this all comes across as emotional abuse, which is also, it's called controlling. He's trying to control everything in his favor at the expense of you and your self-esteem and what you're doing with your life. So,
yes.
yeah, so it's kind of clean cut. So I don't know if you have anything you want to ask on that anymore, Kelly. Just let me know. We can do a little on that, or we can go into another subject, another section of the reading, because you had a number of things that you wanted to ask me.
I just want to know, is it going to get peaceful between us? Is there going to be any peace, or is it going to just continue to be hard?
The first thing I hear in my head is yes, but let me just go a little deeper. He's going to try to hold you back in many, many ways. Money, the purse strings is going to be the main way, and you're going to we need to figure this out now. You're going to try to figure out ways to get around that so that you can get out of this situation. He's not an easy person to contend with. You really don't want to have conflict with him. Now, eventually down the road, it will be easier. It's just getting out right now is going to be hard.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's like quicksand. The more you struggle, the deeper you fall into this situation. And I there's something about credit cards. Hold on, holding back on them, not giving you enough money to even do the things you need to do to run the household. There's a lot of limits on your time. He seems to take inventory of where you are, what you're doing. So it's got to be, we have to have a plan here. You understand, please? Make sense?
Yes.
Okay, he's watching you, and he's controlling your every action, every single thing you do, and he's trying to get into your subconscious. So you have to be extremely careful and extremely strong. Now I know you have a mother in a different state. We already ascertained this before, everyone. She will help you as best she can, but she's not the only one that will help you. Do you have either a male friend or a brother that would be living there? I think you said you're from Pennsylvania. Is that correct?
I'm from New Jersey.
From New Jersey. Is there a male there that could help you? Some man. Feels very friendly, very nice.
My
Your
brother.
brother. And he's older than you? He feels like he has substance to him, like he's a authority or help. He can help you.
He's younger than me.
Okay. Well, then he has some way to help you. I'll just say it like that.
Okay.
And he will help you. So you may have to look to him for most of the support.
He just told me that today. That's funny that you say that.
No, it's not funny. It's psychic. that's what this is. That's why psychics are called, because they can access that, and that he is the right one to help you, and he will help you make a move slowly but surely. It will not be done overnight. I hate to say this, but it has to be done in a way that is secretive, not overt. You can't contest NGR directly, because every time you do, he makes the noose tighter, holds you tighter. You follow? I think you already know this. Is that correct, honey? Can you confirm that? Okay. You're saying yes?
Yes.
Okay. So what I'm seeing is that potentially it's going to take a little bit of time, but there could be a trip this summer where you go up north or with your children to make a visit. But really, it's a plan to get away, and you don't go back.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know what I mean? And it will work. It will work. Because if you try to say directly, I'm leaving, he's going to prevent you. He has ways to do that. We already mentioned money being one of them. So that means that you have to start creating a plan where the finances of it will be okay for you, and that you would be able to have a little money of your own, but also, maybe, make a plan either through your brother's efforts or some other relative's efforts to kind of get into a different location, maybe stay with him or her or somebody up there for a while until you can resituate yourself. A whole bunch of things need to be set up. Now, when you have a plan, then it's easier.
Mm-hmm.
I know this is hard for you, honey, but I hate to be the person bringing you these messages. But
I knew it deep down. I just needed confirmation. Why? I don't know, but I knew it. I needed to hear it from you.
well, we all need confirmation. We all need confirmation. And particularly in your situation, because when we are in situations that are abusive, particularly in domestic, I know this is a very strong term I'm using, but when we are in those kind of situations, most people go back to the toxicity of it. They leave and go back at least 5 to 7 times. So don't feel bad if you don't know what to do. Okay, that's why I would say plan it slowly. If you have any way to talk to maybe it's hard to get these resources, but sometimes they have places like shelter. Not that you should go into a shelter, but they have places where you could go for domestic violence and abuse support and help, and you might have a group situation where you can sit in that and slowly plan your way out so that you have a plan. Because I can only do so much with you today. But you need to support. What I'm trying to say is you need support. You need emotional support because it's hard to do this on your own.
It is. It definitely is.
And you're such a beautiful woman. Not only outside, everybody, I don't know, they keep telling me she's very beautiful. I think she is. But not only on the outside, but also on the inside. You have a heart of gold. You have to, I'm saying this so that you can feel good about yourself again and have value, understand your value and your self-worth. Because you need that to get going and get out of the situation, which is extremely toxic for your health, your mental health, and also for the children, because they're learning values that are not good for them. I think you have a son. Is that correct, honey? You have a son and a daughter?
Just a daughter.
Just a daughter? You only have one child?
Only one.
Oh, okay. Well, he just this NGR. He's harsh, even with your daughter. I mean, I know she probably adores him and everything, but it's just not. He's not providing good values for her development. And one of them is the treatment of you. So, I don't know what else to say. It kind of is very simple. If anybody is going to listen to this again, and certainly for you, Karen, that the person doing the abuse doesn't feel good about himself. So he gets his juice, so to speak, his feeling good about himself by having somebody lower than him.
Yes.
Okay, so that's what he's doing to you, and it's toxic for your child. It's toxic for you, and you don't have to put up with this forever. You can get out of this. Okay, now, are there any plans here? You want to ask anything else?
I just wanted to know if there's a real love soulmate for me after all this.
Oh, that's right. Well, of course there is, as soon as you get well again, balanced again. As we've mentioned several times, you're a beautiful lady, inside and out. You should have no problems in that area of attracting right love to you. But the first love has to be between you and yourself in a good situation. Showing yourself love means putting yourself in a healthy love situation or healthy living situation. And then you can get to that next level. But as far as you and your potential goes, of course you have the ability to find that right soulmate, or whatever you want to call it. Nowadays, it's very vogue to say twin soul, but whatever it is, your mate, you're the one, if you will. You have the ability to find that person. And I'm going to take a look at that for a moment or two to just see if he's more likely to come up north from New Jersey. You would have a lot more opportunity up there than you have where you are now. You would have a lot more opportunity. And oh wow, okay. And they're saying you would be dating soon after you relocated.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? You
would be dating soon after you relocated.
Oh, wow.
Wouldn't take you long. And I see you doing something, I don't know why, but in the medical field. I remember we spoke to you about, medical esthetician. I talked to you about esthetician because I think you already have a background in that, but you might be doing something with that in the medical field when you get back, when you move up there. So, plan what you're going to do next. Get yourself a plan, get yourself ready, and then, activate and follow the plan.
Okay.
All right, my sweet?
All right, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Laura.
Oh, yeah, of course, it's my pleasure, and I'm so sorry, honey, that you have to go through this, but there is a solution, okay?
Thank you so much. I wish you a blessed day.
Thanks, you too, honey. Bye-bye, Karen. Bye, love. Okay. Well, that was an interesting experiment because sometimes I get a little woozy when I'm doing the work and I slip and say the real name. Anyway, I appreciate everybody for coming here today. Hey, David, I don't know if you're still there. David Rojas, I haven't spoken to you in years. I hope everything's going well for you. Kelly Byer, Melissa Ann. Hey, Melissa. And I don't know who else is there, but thank you all if you were listening. Appreciate it. I'll be coming back on later today for another one of these at about, let's see if I can find the time. Let's see. That would be at 5:45 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, guys. Oh, that would be, oh no, it's a different person. Okay, I thought it would be with her. Hey, David, much love to you. Wanted to pop in and say hello. Well, popping back at you. Thanks for saying hello. All right, everybody, have a beautiful day. God bless. Bye-bye.